So 2 years ago, I replaced a bunch of parts on here. The upper and lower control arms were replaced. I replaced the sway bar links. You see they're trashed. I replaced inner outer tie rod ends, steering gear. What else? I got problems with the tires. Every year I got to put a new set of tires, $1,000 every year. They should last at least 2 years, I would think. Year and a half. Sometimes only 7 months. 7 months ago I bought some tires and they were shot. I just put these on now. These are gone. So I'm trying to fix it. The only thing I didn't replace, see this rod here? It's a strut rod. It's called the control arm sway strut rod. And the bushings are shot. What do I do with the bush? Here's the new set of bushings here. I got them from Napa. So we're going to put them on. But the other problem is, when he did the alignment, I don't believe he did these two bolts here. Basically, this bolt and this bolt needs to be loosened, and this needs to come out a little bit. If you notice, the inners of my tires are wearing away too fast. But how do you do it? You need the tire on and you need it down on its own weight. How do you get a big ass socket in here? The engine's in the way. So apparently he didn't do it. So now these new tires I just put on a few months ago are shot. If I could fix it, I could probably get away with it, but you see how deep that is? And then you see how shallow that is? So the inners are wearing away. The other side's even worse. But I'm gonna replace these bushings because I'm hoping that's why he didn't do it. Maybe because the bushings are shot. This rod needs to be tight and it's loose. No matter what you do, you turn the steering, you hit bumps, you hear it banging. This rod bangs up and down. I can hear it. The kid can feel it when he's in the passenger seat. So we're gonna replace the bushing, and then I guess I gotta find an alignment shop. We'll see what happens. Let's do it. All right, the first thing you got to do is remove this nut. It's 1 1/8 inches. So we're going to use the DeWalt on a wobbly because it looks like the exhaust is in the way. So that didn't work. Wobbly fell apart. Great. Let me see if I can get a little extension. So yeah, the kid got me for Father's Day. Came with a nice 1/2 inch, 6 inch long extension. Let's try it. All because of the exhaust in the way. All right. Alright, so that's in setting number 2. I'm scared of number 3 because I snapped the stud off of the Trailblazer. But it looks like we're going to need number 3. Actually, I'm wrong. It wasn't number 3. I already did the other side. I did the driver's side. That wasn't too bad. But of course, this passenger side is going to be a nightmare. we go. Not too bad, just had to knock the rust off. All right, now you want to take the washer and the outer bushing off before you go to the next step. This way, at least this side is loose. Oh, this bushing was doing nothing. But it looks like the insert stuck it. Oh dear, look at the hole. And yeah, the bushing shot. But this, what would you call it? It's like a sleeve. And you see how this moves around? Oh no, it's not supposed to be moving around like that. And it looks like the hole was enlarged. Not much I can do about that. Alright, the next step is to remove these two nuts here. This one. There's bolts up top, but they're so wedged, you probably don't need a wrench on the top. It'd be best if you can get an impact on the bottom. See if I can run it. I was wrong. Gonna need a wrench on the top. Yes. Let me get that. Alright, these are 19 millimeter. So I got a 19 millimeter wrench up top. Alright, there's one. Let's get the other. Alright, so now we got to remove the sway bar link. 9/16 socket in the gun on the top. And a 9/16 wrench on the bottom. Cake. I see a lot of people representing Milwaukee. But I gotta tell you, ever since I got this gun, love it. Thing's wonderful. I'll stick with DeWalt because everything I have is DeWalt. All the batteries match up. So far, this gun hasn't let me down. Had it for about 6 months. Love it. It was worth the 300 bucks. Let's remove this mess. I got new, I'm replacing them too. All right. See if we can get this out. So far, so good. There it is. It's out. Yep, I would definitely have to say that bushing is shot. Oh dear. This is what the other end looks like. Alright, let's change the bushing. So this job just turned into a circus. Look at that. It ate that divot in there, and you cannot get this strut rod. It's discontinued. So I'm pretty sure this bushing's going to be shot in a couple of months. What are you going to do? There's nothing I can do about it. Can't get the parts. And look at the hole. The hole even got widened. So I'm sitting here thinking about welding it. Putting some welds in there to maybe hold it. But the welds will probably chew up the bushing too, so this van might be ready for the junkyard. Look at the exhaust manifolds. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth doing. Look at this one here. Oh yeah, we could just pull the bolt out with our bare hands. Look at this. I'll just push it back in and hope it stays. Alright, so I've come up with a wacky idea. This is how it goes, like this. And then this bushing here goes up against there. So my idea, I got this extra washer here. I can't use this one because it's too small. It's basically the same size as the bushing. So when I try to weld it, it's going to melt the bushing. So my idea is to use this. And then once I get it in there, see, this goes on the outside, on the other side. This will hold it square so I can weld this nut. So if I weld this nut to the frame there, that should hold it center. So let's see what happens. I'm going to get this put back in, and then I'll see if I can weld it. See what happens. Because if I just put it in like this is going to wear down fast. So my plan is, if I weld this, just this washer to the frame, then that shouldn't affect anything. Even if I have to change these again down the road, I should still be able to slide the bar out of this washer that would be welded to there. I'm trying to explain this the best I can. We're going to see what happens. I may have a hard time welding this, getting in there because of the angles. But all I can do is try. See what happens, and that will hopefully hold this centered in there instead of riding off to the side and mangling the bushing. You see it? I think that would be my best bet. So we're going to try it. Alright, so that video replacing the strut bushings, that was last weekend. So I had to actually cut that short. I was running out of time. I needed the van the next day. I wound up just putting the bushings in and tightening them, and that's it. Because it turns out, if I was to weld that washer onto the frame, there wouldn't be enough room to fit the strut rod back on. I wouldn't be able to line up the two bolts and nuts that go through the lower control arm. So I'm just going to deal with the banging when it starts banging again. But now I need to try to do the alignment myself. So here's the tool I need. And apparently they're sold out. And you know, it says $74.98, but then, you know, look over here, it's $200 plus probably shipping. It says free shipping. I'm sure they get you somehow. So I'm just going to make it myself and do another video of making this tool and doing the self-alignment myself. Here's what I need to do. Alright, so here's where we're at. Let me try to move you over. Now apparently the problem I have is camber. I have negative camber right now, and I actually need positive camber. Here's the tool connected behind the upper control arm. So I can make this. I'm going to make it myself. I don't see it being a big deal. So I'm just going to make it and do another video. But here's what I need to do. I need to bring the upper control arm out a little bit. See number 4? This line here, bring it out. That's negative and positive camber. You go in, that's negative. You come out, that's positive. And that's what I need to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll do another video on that, and I'll probably link it to the end of this video once I finish it and upload it.